Greetings, family, and welcome back to another episode. I'm your host, Shaka Eru, aka King Fire, the Fresh King. Alongside me is my beautiful co-host,
Lady Lotus, Queen of Positive Vibes.
and this is another episode of Pure Vibes, the podcast. Let go!
King Fire, what's going on? You looking spiffy.
I mean, same to you, mom. I love the shirt, man. For real, this
Of course you do.
piece, you know what I mean?
I had to represent.
Everything is good, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. Everything is good. I'm glad to see you looking well, doing well, because we already know health is wealth, right?
Likewise.
Always, man, always. So I'm glad. Yeah, family, I'm glad. I hope everybody's doing well out there and everybody's in good health and in good strength too, you know, and everyone is feeling great. Welcome back to another episode. I want to thank everybody that likes, comments, and subscribe to the page.
Yeah.
It really is helping us out a lot, and it's really helping this page to grow and pick up a pace as we get into these conversations and comments right here on Pure Vibes, the podcast, with the views that you can use.
Hey.
You already know. So, Lady Lotus, to kick it off today, I guess I'm going to go first since I always ask you to go first. How do you feel about toys in the bedroom?
Damn, you hot out the gate then,
I
right?
mean,
Don't
we
you?
bang, bang, bang. We got to come up with the guns, them smoking.
Jeez,
You know what I mean?
everything alright? Do we need to cut? You need to talk about
I
it?
mean, nah, we're going to
You
read
good?
it. I mean, yeah,
Okay.
but how do you feel about that,
I
though?
feel like you all in my business.
I mean,
I mean, all is welcome, you know?
mm.
I feel like a little spice is important. You know, you don't want things to get routine, mundane, repetitious, you know. Little spice is good to your level of comfort, you know what I'm saying?
So, would you be okay if your man brought in a rubber pom pom or a rubber vagina into the bedroom and he say he want piece of that and he want piece of you? Like, I'm just asking.
What?
Yeah, I'm just, because you know they have like rubber woman now, right? So let's say, you know, he goes out and he purchases a rubber woman because they have these sex dolls now. Suppose a man that you with go out and get a sex doll and he says, yo, I want to involve her in the bedroom. Because now we're talking about allowing toys in the bedroom. How far are you willing to go with that? Is that where you draw the line?
Yeah, that's giving mental health.
Okay. But you're willing to get your little vibrating pickles and all them kind of things, then it's fine, right? But if the man bringing a rubber gal, you ain't with it.
I mean, an imaginary person, that's more like a...
And I asked that because, yo, see me, hold up, before we even get too far, that's not my thing. I love organic, naturally born women. That's my flavor, that the savor.
What you mean? You like vegan sex? What the hell?
You said this woman is taking far? I said
You're not willing to explore?
not with a rubber woman.
Oh,
And
not with a rubber
And
woman.
not with a woman that was born one way and she turned into something else, might have changed her.
Wait, what are we talking about? I thought you was talking about toys. Now you're talking about
No,
transgender.
no. Hear what I'm saying?
What
Hear
is
I'm saying.
happening?
Hear what I'm saying.
Oh.
Hear what I'm saying. So I was talking about, like, you know, how some people like the dolls, and I was saying I like organic, naturally woman. So that goes across the board, like naturally born, organic, real woman. You asked me if it's vegan, so I'm explaining to you. You know how some people are not born female. You know, now they have I can't call them the alphabet group, right?
No.
Okay. But we have the LGBT group, right? And you know, some people that align with that lifestyle, they're not born male or female. So that's why I said organic. I hope I don't offend anybody by saying organic, but I just mean you was born that way. So I don't like rubber.
Well, we was talking about toys.
But that's why I said organic. You asked me vegan. So anyway, family.
You scared?
I asked that question because I'm not into rubber girls, only organic girls. But I asked that question because these things exist now. They have sex dolls now, and women have all these gadgets and gadgets that I think.
But we don't bring rubber men into the world.
But this is what I'm trying to say now. We living in a different time now.
No, not that different. That happened to you before?
No.
Not in our community, in our culture. You think that's a thing?
Yes, I've watched this happen. You'll be surprised.
Where you be at?
Listen, I was watching something called I think it was called Real Sex or something like that. It might have been something like that. And it was showing these people going to sex convention. And you'll be surprised.
Those are extremists.
There's no such thing as extreme. So you don't know what kind of person you're going to run across. You don't know what kind of person you're going to interact. And once you say that you're open to something, how far are you willing to go? So you're comfortable with the vibrating. And that's why I said things get crazy, because you're comfortable with the vibrating pickle. But when you meet the man that's ready to bring on a rubber woman in the situation, because that was the situation where the man wanted to have the rubber girl and the wife was willing to allow it. So how far do we get with the toys? Is there a limit, or you open across the board?
In that case, I never even thought about that. And that's weird to me in a different way. Because an imaginary person...
Listen... And people, you can go and look these things up. You know?
I mean, I know what you're saying, right. But to me,
And this is why I love these kind of things, and this is why I like to provoke thought with these kind of questions, because when you ask people if they're open to these things, and then you throw in there the nuances of how far this could go.
Only you, though.
Because I was watching this and it made me think about it. I'm like, yo,
TV show. It's not
reality. People are really buying sex dolls. It's real. It's not a joke. These things are selling
and bringing them in with their partners.
Yes, it was a real thing. They had that going on. I don't know, people. Comment it down below.
Weirdo.
You decide. You know what I mean? I don't want to call people weird. Everybody have their little thing that they do. I'm not into it. But do your thing. If that's what
you brought it up.
I see it on the show. So I have to come here and discuss it with the people. Let me figure out how do people feel about toys in the bedroom. And I know most women are into that. And there's a point into that too where I feel certain toys intimidate men.
I'm sure.
Right. So I feel like if a man come up and he pop up with a Susie, you know what I mean? How you gonna feel about it? You know, 1 minute you was open to toys, now you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. For one, I don't want no toys in the bedroom with me.
At all?
I'm good with that. I'm here to do the work. We don't need no toys. What we playing games for?
It's not a game at all.
Toys is for tots.
Why? You can't live in a box. You should.
Box?
You should. If you're with my personal opinion, if you have a committed partner, you need to be open, willing, and ready to explore. Otherwise, your sexual relationship is going to die and be dry.
We can explore each other.
And either it's going to stop or somebody's going to cheat.
So we can't explore each other without me using gadgets and gadgets?
I mean, you can, but if that comes up, what's the big deal? And how would you even know if you never tried it?
Okay, well then I feel like women should be open and prepared to deal with men when they come with their Susie. That's all I'm saying. Women, if you open up yourself to that kind of lifestyle,
one is realistic and one is not. You are being ridiculous.
Family.
You know damn well you are not about to show up at no lady house.
I'm not. But
and you don't know
that we're living in now, that is the option. You can't exit out now because that is the option now. There's a guy out there that you could possibly meet that have a rubber Susie in the closet.
The topic of conversation in regards to toys is the rose. You heard about the rose?
I heard about it. But did you also hear that a sister said that it could mess up your vagina and the lubrication of the natural lubricating of your vagina?
Women out here still taking chances.
Well, I mean,
because they sold out.
You see what I'm saying? Which man could motorboat and do all the type of, you know what I mean?
A lady is hitting the red decline button right now because she played.
Listen, man.
She will call you tomorrow.
Comment down below. That's all you gotta do, you know?
Y'all better read more books or something. Y'all overzealous. You better let her bring her toys in there.
Not in this bedroom.
Now, what if you... Okay.
Next topic. What do you have for us, lady?
Red flags.
Okay.
It's trending. The whole
The whole thing about red flags.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about red flags from a relationship standpoint, right?
Yes.
Okay. What are we?
So, what is a red flag?
My red flag would be I enter a room and you flip your phone over. Or you change your screen. It's kind of red flaggy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What would be a red flag for you?
Why you got so much time on your hands?
As far as what you mean, how?
Like, why are you just always cooling? Why you never
Being productive?
Well, yeah, what's your business hours? How you so free?
Suppose I'm just a free guy.
I'm probably gonna keep being that. Too free for me.
A red flag for me would be asking questions that don't get answered. Dodging questions. Question dodging, I feel like, is a good red flag. I don't know how other people feel about it, but once you start dodging questions, I feel like that's a little red flag-ish. You know?
What's one for me? Oh, red flag for me is your availability. Like, after a certain time, I might not hear from you, or I just notice a pattern in the communication.
Can't talk to you late nights. Can't, yeah, okay. Good one.
Like who you stay with type of vibes.
That's a good one. So let me ask you this now. When you encounter, right, these red flags then, do you stay following the red flag or do you immediately cut situations off?
Not immediately.
So you see where the red flag takes you? Is that what it is?
I like to let things play themselves out. I'm kind of the type that like give you the rope and let you hang yourself type of person.
So do you not consider that playing games?
No, it's not a game. Because I don't want to just jump to a conclusion.
But you call it a red flag for you. If it's a red flag for you already, why you just don't bail out? Why are you trying to let this thing?
Because it's just a flag. A flag is something you pay attention to.
Got you.
Okay.
It's a warning sign.
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
So if I pay attention to it and then it's moving in the lines of the alert that it gave me when I saw it, then yeah, I gotta make a decision. But sometimes you just gotta pay attention. For me, it's all about patterns. Consistency will show you everything you need to know.
That's true indeed.
Once you see how a person move and groove, you can find out everything you need to know.
I think for me, when in my times of seeing what I would consider red flags, I think my energy does change. Or I start to draw back a little bit. Like if I once was feeling like, oh, that look kind of red flaggy, let me slip back from that a little bit, you know what I mean? I feel women would more allow you to keep going on so they could pile it up. And be like, I used to wonder why, and then they could tell you why they did, you know what I mean? I feel for men it's more like, they start feeling like you a certain type of way and it's like, I'm gonna cut this off kind of situation, you know? I feel it gets like that. But yeah, I feel that's where basically men and women made different. Not all, but some. Because some men are simps. And you got some women that...
What's a simp?
Next topic.
Put that in neutral right quick.
Simps. What's a simp?
Yeah, what's a simp?
I would consider a simp a man that's willing to do anything just to get a woman.
What is anything?
Like, he would just be a pushover, a step on, you know what I mean? A washcloth. You know what I mean? Just to get a woman, or to make a woman feel some type of way, you know what I mean? He would be that guy, that type of guy to be taken advantage of. You know what I mean? Just to prove, oh, I'm worthy of having you type of thing. I think that's a simp. I'm sorry.
What if that's just his approach?
Then his approach is a simp. I'm sorry.
Which is just different from yours.
No, I mean,
what you choking and throw it to the ground, telling you want to be with her?
Yo, I am very old school. Club me over your head, throw you over my shoulder. You know what I mean? Type of mind. That's how I move. You know what I mean? But it's not about me right now. Yeah, but no.
They throwing that word around very loosely.
Yeah, because you have a lot of simp brothers out there, and you have a lot of simp men out there in general.
What it sounds like to me that you are giving a negative connotation to a man who doesn't mind being
stepped on.
Chivalrous.
Chivalry is different from being stepped on.
What's being stepped on?
Just being a washcloth. Just being the type of man that just let a woman run over you, walk over you, talk to you any kind of way, treat you any type of way, and you still go out your way to please her.
But that don't sound like a man.
He's a simp. That's exactly why we call him that.
But if that's what she wanted.
If that's what he wanted to be, you know what I mean? That too. Take two to
That's
time
what I'm saying.
Yeah. All you simps out there, sorry. Yeah.
So that's what, you single, right?
Family, we're moving on to the next topic. Miss Lady Lotus, let me ask you this.
What's that?
In a relationship, do you feel like love has constraints? And I say that from the standpoint of, do you feel like when you get into a relationship with a person, there's a certain point in time that you have to fall in love with them? Or do you feel like love is an organic energy, vibe, and feeling that you could feel it on the first day, first sight that you meet somebody? You could fall in love with them. Or do you feel like that's game?
You in your bag today, huh? What you was doing? How was your weekend? It was raining and stuff. What you was doing? Watching love stories?
Your boy eating them vegetables and getting right for the summer, man. Don't worry about that, you know?
Listen. What was the question again? 'Cause you so mushy, it's scaring me. What was it? Love what?
All right. Do you feel in a relationship love have any constraints? Like,
Is it a vibe? Okay.
Yeah. Like, do you feel like love have a certain? Do you have a person should have a certain time frame to fall in love, or do you feel like love in its organic state can happen at any time?
Yeah, I feel like it can happen at any time. I feel like you can't wrap time around love. Love is an energy. So I think people try to manipulate certain things because they fear it or it's presented a certain way. But some things just can't be explained. Some things just are what they are, and when you know, you know. And every now and again, I think a couple of times in life, you have those really unexplainable, organic, instant connections. I think it's a real thing. I believe in stuff like that. So, am I a simp? Can women be simps?
Yeah, I think it could go both ways. I don't know. I don't know if simp is the right word for a woman too. I don't know if that's in the, what they call the dictionary, whatever, little slang words. No?
Urban dictionary.
Yeah, I don't know if that's but I guess a woman could have that same kind of energy to it.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think that would make you that though. I feel sometimes it could be both. I feel like, because sometimes you can look at a woman and be like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful, I'm in love with her. But then you might wake up the next day and be like, what was I thinking about? That was just a feeling I had for one day. That's why I'm like, is this organic or is this just an in the moment feeling that people have?
But she's so beautiful, it's not I love you.
What if
I think it's possible to like see somebody and get a feeling and be like, oh my God. And you wake up the next day and you have that thought of that person. You don't know anything about them, but for some odd reason, they just stayed on your mind. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Those are like things. I believe in stuff like that. I think energy is a real thing.
So you think that me and you can meet in a club tonight, right? Have a conversation over some drinks or something like that, and I could call you the next day and be like, yo, I feel like I'm in love with you after that one night that we had that conversation. Would you feel like that's organic, or would you feel like that's me running game?
It depends on what I feel when you said it.
But
I feel like if it's a connection, we are both going to feel it.
But suppose it's not a connection, suppose it's a feeling that I'm feeling, would you still respect my feeling, or would that be, would you overlook that? Would you dismiss it?
It depends, cause y'all be on Barnum and Bailey circus clown behavior. I think everything is in a man's approach. I think you can tell a whole lot by the way a man approaches you.
I think that have a lot to do with that.
Yeah, that for me, that's everything. Well, I know in that moment if I'm gonna talk to you again or not.
Well, you know what? Let's move on to the next topic, because that will be our next topic.
What?
Let go. So, is it the approach of a man or the things that he says to you that makes you or makes a woman engage or fall for or want to be with or, you know?
What he says to you, me personally, I don't fall for words. I need your words and actions to match.
So how you gonna do? I can't give you words and actions within my 5 minutes. You're gonna have to.
What time? You talking about when we first meet?
So I first meet.
Oh, how you engage me?
Right. I first meet you.
That's everything.
I'm kicking game on you. Hey, what's up, beautiful? Hey, what's up, queen? You looking nice today. I want to embrace you, get to know you. How are you gonna get to the point where you're gonna have to give me a chance, right?
It depends on how you approach me. Like, if approach is everything.
So it's not my words, it's my approach.
It's definitely approach for me. How you approach me, your body language, what you're saying, how you're saying it. I don't like when men talk at women.
So like what you mean, like yo, what up, man?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah,
and
no. Shorty, like yo, what's up with you?
No,
You know what I mean? So if I'm trying to grab at you, would you feel some type of way?
Yes. What are you doing?
Would you say something to me, or would you ignore me? I'm just talking about the average guy trying to holler at you. Do you normally answer and give attention, or do you keep it moving? If you say, "Hey, good afternoon, ma'am,"
it depends on his approach.
So even if he got sweet words,
like what? Like where we setting, all of that matters.
You just walking out the street. Why does setting have to matter if my?
Because certain places I don't want to be the man at. Like every now and again, I might go to a party and it might be at the club or something like that. I don't want to talk to nobody anymore.
So why you come out looking all good for?
Because
now I can't meet you?
It's an event or something.
Okay. So don't come out here looking all good if you don't want me to approach you. I feel like
you can approach me and we can kiki over this drink.
Right.
Yeah, but I know you're doing that all through here.
So we just here to skin teeth. And after this, then what?
You be safe.
This is why some minors get the wrong idea sometimes. You know, all the laughter and joy, you're thinking that it's headed to somewhere. It doesn't necessarily mean anything, fellas. Don't get carried away.
I don't want to meet my man in the club.
You know what? That's a good topic too. Does it matter?
Yes.
Where you meet a guy? So if you meet a man in church, you're gonna marry him. If you meet him, that's some.
Nah, cause that's where all the action be at for real. But that's a whole nother topic.
So the place of where you meet a guy matters on if this is a person that you want to be with or not?
To me, it does a little bit, yeah. I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna be honest. It might be a little, but
yeah, it's a little.
It's me.
I mean,
cause I don't be going out like that and stuff, so I don't necessarily want. I feel like what you meet people doing is what you have to accept about them. You know what I'm saying? When I go out, it's like to an event, somebody's birthday, something like that. So I don't.
Yeah, because don't meet me in the club and then try to slow me down.
Exactly.
Come on.
So that's what I'm saying. To even avoid even having that conversation, I just wouldn't even meet nobody in that setting. For what?
You're right about that, then.
I might go to the cigar lounge or a winery. I know where to go to be around the type of gentleman that,
Well, this is what we're here for, family. These thoughts, these provoking thoughts that we as men and women can have a healthy conversation about these kind of topics and find the solutions or find the
balance.
Yeah. That's a good word for it. Find the balance. That's what
it's all about. I think y'all just want to naturally dominate everything.
I mean, that's what
we enhance
This is a
y'all.
man's world. You know what I mean? You hear what James Brown said.
And you're better with us. We enhance y'all.
True indeed. When you have the right one on your side, then you can't go wrong with that.
Say it again.
Yeah. Well, family, it's been another episode of Pure Vibes, the podcast. I am your host, Shaka Eru, aka King Fire, the Fresh King, alongside my beautiful co-host,
Lady Lotus, Queen of Positive Vibes.
And we're saying peace, love, and prosperity until next time.
You bet.
We out.
Me say hasta la vista, but me never did a pass it to Keisha. The kind of gala with a smoke up your chiba. I me the kind of man that's stingy with me reefer. Fuck all those questions you ask. Look at my skin, how it black. All I rock is J's and Air Max. I'm moving forward, never turning back, and that's fuck all those questions you ask.